Let the womb of the mother weep for her son who was shot dead in the street because even though he grew up on its concrete, he didn't look like he belonged to this country. Let the pain of the black boy sing of how he was told he's delusional for feeling like a coconut because the white psychiatrist that he spoke to could not understand what it means to not feel at home in your own skin. Let the confusion in the eyes of the 7-year-old create a storm the day that he comes home from school with his clothes torn and his father has to explain to him why the world has hated him before he was ever born. And let tired sighs fill the sky every time they say, but the UK is not as bad as the US. They're right. Meanwhile, behind Parliament, black bodies continue to pile high. Sarah Reid, Joy Gardner, Mark Duggan, Sheka Boyu, and the names continue to rise, but we are all forced to shake hands with racism under the guise of being polite. Let the tears of the black girl run an ocean into being. Let her outpour rival the rain, because that is the only way her therapist seems to understand that what happened to her was absolutely, definitely, undeniably, completely about race. Let the rage of my ancestors flip through the pages of medical history and bring to memory every reason there is to wonder whether this NHS really has black interests at its heart. Let us remember the black women that were operated on unjustly, injected with disease, used as test subjects under the guise of medical progress. Let us remember those who have died on psychiatric wards, given the promise that their minds would be restored, but instead between those walls had their lives taken from them at the hand of a brute police force, supposed to protect and serve. Let us remember all of the times that rage has been pathologized and explained away with Latin words and fancy sounding names like drapetomania, the disorder that made slaves want to run away, or the protest psychosis, the disorder that made black men want to fight for their civil rights. Let us remember the revolution will always be pathologized when seen through white supremacist eyes. Let us remember that the truth will always be missed when the world pretends to be colorblind. That cries will go unheard when we don't take the time to listen to the stories of those that come from the other side of privilege. Hearts will not heal if we don't hold with love the voices of those that ask us to confront ourselves. Let us remember that the past will repeat itself within our institutions if we don't have the courage enough to see our mistakes. If we don't have the courage enough to look at where we have come from, the legacies that we stand on, the things that are before us, and all that is ahead. Let us remember that the future belongs to us. The stories are ours to hear. The pain is ours to feel. The tears are ours to cry. Let us remember that the future belongs to us, when the future is asking that we try.